Hello, we're playing up to ICBM, and I had a downloaded a random mod. I can't remember what it was. What was it? Do you have a settings? Does it tell me anything I want to know? Not particularly. There it is. I forgot it. The mod is the Four Horsemen Ground Divers Scene Rework. Blah 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 blah. You can see it there. It's on Steam. And basically, I just had a quick mess around with it, and it's military outpost. Cool, cool. Bases in that. But what's more interesting is the tanks and then the mechanized infantry. So the tanks are tanks, mechanized infantry what to capture land. There's also, if I've got any left around which I haven't moved, but I think they all got moved in the attack on America. The artillery pieces, which when they're embedded, they have a range and they sort of attack stuff. But since I get rid of all the chemical weapons, they're probably not as effective as they could be. Even then, I'm not particularly impressed. Uh, Most of my invading American forces are still here. Not many tanks. I kind of went full mech infantry and a tank or two to push to conquer everything, which I have. I've just quickly realised I had some spare mech I could put in the landing ship, which is on its way to the Africa. Well, it's actually the north coast because it got conquered, but to take this one tail spot and to embed ourselves here, we do have some carriers, ships, destroyers off the north coast, just to be supporting of the European allies and the South Asian allies. We have a small Tesla destroyers, some over-the-horizon radars everywhere, some cruisers, a little armada in the Caspian. We currently do own this chunk of Russia, but we'll get to the point. So basically, South America invaded Central America. Literally in the last zones, America was counter-invading Central America, and then got fought that. Also been at war with Sub-Saharan Africa, North Africa a lot, Asia as well. Got a few peace treaties, a few ceasefires, and then I sort of switched back to focus onto Russia, mainland Russia, which we have, as you see, been nuts, right? I want these potentially up here. Because an entire army of crap from behind. Because I may want that for the actual African war, or I may leave it here for the attack on East Asia, because that may be enemy soon. Some coastal missiles, just general nonsense, and I've kind of left this mech here alone and the leftist, because we did get attacked by East Asia once, but we was able to offer a more permanent ending, so they've accepted that. We can't have permanent peace though, so Asia Pacific, I'm not asked about that. Ceasefire. Thank you. So now these two are not a concern, it's Sub-Saharan and Russia. So currently we're just bulldozing our way in. Oh, we'll see what happens there. We need this and that, we'll gain that. We're currently also doing a absolute manic mass invasion upon this. They still claim this one. Is that what they use? I can't remember. They always have this and not. Brain can't remember. That's conquered land, so essentially. Send that way, and that way. and essentially all of Russia is more or less, excluding this current issue of being counterattacked here, collapsing. So yeah, we'll play on. I forget I can use friendly army bases as well for the alliance. I haven't done that actually, but I forget I can.
Vehicle destroyed.
Friendly mechanize.
Vehicle destroyed.
I think I might need some more ground-based tanks again, because I'm doing the ground conquer. Do I think this mod works? It works quite well. Do I think I like using it though as it works? I have some gripes against it. I think default ground warfare is a little bit more fun. The artillery isn't as intuitive as I would like. It's basically defensive. That's basically just being conquered. And oh, we don't actually have that many friendly army bases around. The rest of the world's kind of just. I mean, there was a massive Euro-Prussian war for most of the game, to be fair, and it was actually quite boring.
Vehicle destroyed.
Yeah, I haven't realised Kaliningrad's has been left alone. But we're fast buying some tanks. Some GBUs coming in. Vastly deploying a lot of units. Same with the taken. Originally, I didn't actually attack America. I wanted to go to Africa first before I took over the entirety of the Americas. But you know, land warfare. I mean, I think it's actually new invasions from South Africa. To be fair, in Brazil, they keep sneaking past the destroyer fleet here and. I keep getting to fire some surface missiles I do have flying around. Right, we finally conquered this area. I think honestly that, and then we'll figure out the rest of that when it gets to that. Launch that into that. Then I think it's potentially basing Russia up. Can't believe I get to take Kaliningrad. gently thought Europe was going to take it when I first saw the units laying around for it.
Ship sunk.
But apparently not. Please tell me they weren't just randomly attacking a... I wasn't randomly attacking a civilian centre. Oops.
Ship sunk.
Oh, wait, ship sunk. Please don't tell me we're being evaded.
Research complete.
So, Sub-Saharan Africa is being an absolute menace. And, yeah. Probably might be worth putting some tanks on the border there. Because I might want some ships to actually defend. That's a attack I won't follow. I'm fun in the way that didn't help. I'm also expecting some furniture delivery at some point today. Not being told when. Might be worth sending the small carrier group to actually do a carrier group things. Well, secure the border. If it comes down to it, I think now we're gonna honestly probably shift to destroyers. I think probably going back down on science and construction to oh, we've got Kaliningrad. Nice. East Asia's yellow. If I don't attack, they don't attack. I'm alright having this been another quiet front. Can't be bothered managing this entire front. Not exactly. But they are currently bombing the fucking shite out of me. Okay. Let's tell the Pacific we have an actual peace deal with for some deaf reason. I'm not going into your territory, I'm not being aggressive, I've killed your neighbour. We'll go double speed, right? Let's sort out these boys. Oh, this entire army might just be left for this half of the invasion. I might just retaliate and have these lines just fucking nuke the airbase. Which may be an idea.
Research complete.
And it's just this location, that's that. That's that. Honestly, half this army could probably stay here. It doesn't get spec ops as bad as the rest of it does, so.
Research complete.
Just sending more crap down to Africa might be an idea. This also puts our allies into check slightly. And this airbase is almost. To show my depreciation for all these idiots have done. And we're fine for a little bit of missile attacks. Things are quite tanky in this, so I can't believe it's already been 17 minutes. Recording this might have been a daft idea. I'm going through large file sizes, check. Honestly, I think just having navy on my entire coast might be an idea. I've got no worries for the actual land war in a while, so these can stay here for a bit. This is all land army doctrine. Between South America and Central Asia and Europe. Why am I out of the alliance?
Structure destroyed. Vehicle destroyed.
The Asia and so essentially all my effort gone to freaking waste. I can't believe I have to do an entire land army invasion of fucking Europe. And you! Oh, this is a bit of a pain in the ass. You knock out Russia just to realise you've got the entire bloody world, right?
City is besieged.
mean, Russia should exist in a moment, so potentially.
Alliance formed. Ship sunk.
Right.
Ship sunk.
Russia's kept alive because I joined an alliance. And Russia is essentially just Moscow. Okay. Let's keep. So that's brown, like. Okay.
Ship sunk.
Can't believe I have to roll my entire armor brigade.
Ship sunk. Vehicle destroyed. Ship sunk. Vehicle destroyed. Destroyed.
That's that. Get a bit out of there.
Ship sunk. Vehicle destroyed. Vehicle destroyed. Ship sunk. Ship sunk. Ship sunk. Vehicle destroyed.
Oh god. The fact that Russia exists with its landlords. Right. Okay, this is a headache and a half. You know what? Let's end the episode here, and this is part one of. Well, I didn't record the first part because I was just playing for fun. But yeah, we've almost got our first invasion fleet to get land in Sub-Saharan Africa. Once I get that, I can probably figure out something from there. But yeah, it is getting a little bit messy. So I could probably figure some stuff out. Like didn't realise this was a brown submarine over there. Okay, we could probably deploy the destroyer fleet out of reserve and try and deal with the Icelandic area. This is currently modern politics. Oh god. Okay, right, yes, I'll end the episode. Hope you guys liked it. Oh, for fuck's sake. That I've been bamboozled with the alliance and trying to figure out who I'm attacking, who am I defending, who am I doing what. So now we're currently aligned with the Asia Pacific, the Brown area, which is the Middle East, North Africa, which is one of the oldest attackers, I guess, and Russia, which we were currently almost conquered. So, whoops. Yeah. See you in the next one.